Hi there. I hope you're having a good class and great discussion. I wanted to talk a little bit about this document. So I think that you've had this passed out. If not, pause me for a second so everyone can grab a copy of this. This sheet is very helpful with looking at differentiation. Our next module will be discussing different ways to differentiate instruction, which I know we started that conversation a few weeks ago when we split into 4 groups. But if you look closely at this document, the neat thing, and I've highlighted mine in orange, these are 4 different ways that teachers can differentiate. You'll see that here it talks about content. Maybe all students aren't ready for the same content. So as a teacher, you can differentiate the content that you're presenting to the students. Another way teachers can differentiate is through the process. The way that you're teaching the content might be different for each student or for different groups of students, so that it can reach them and they can make sense of it the best way. A third way you can differentiate is through the product. Maybe the assignment that the students are giving to you will be different for different students. Maybe they're may have a choice in what project they do to show you their understanding of the content. So those are 3 ways. The 4th way is the environment. Maybe the way that it's taught in terms of the environment of your classroom is different for different students. So these are 4 ways that you, the teacher, can differentiate your instruction. And then if you come down here to what I've highlighted in blue, these are different aspects the students have. So this is how you, the teacher, can differentiate, and this is maybe why, according to the student's readiness. Depending on what the students are ready for, they might be in different groups. And then in their different interest of students might do something differently. And then their learning profile. So this is how they learn best. So this is how you can differentiate because of these 3 things. So you kind of use them together. So for example, the content is based on the student's readiness. Or maybe based on the student's interest, you have a different product. So maybe the students have read a novel and you want to see what they understand. So based on their interests, maybe some students like to act out what they've learned. So they do a little play over the novel. Whereas you have another group of students who really enjoy writing and they want to write a book report on the novel. And then you have a third group of students that maybe like to do things a different way. So you've offered a different product choices based on their interest, or you've offered different this based on this. And so these work really well together. So I'm going to ask you a few discussion questions now, so head on back to the PowerPoint. Have a great class.